out to Brother Umoya from Event Mass Media. He's been covering reparations, a black journalist, black media company that's been covering reparations from the very beginning. And he has brought live the hearings. And we could see for ourselves the nonsense that was in that room. But I
Excuse
say,
me,
family,
a lot of background noise going on. Can you change your area? The
well, if you
background.
can't hear me, family, okay. Well, I yield the mic. Peace and black power. I just gave you an update. Power to the people.
Well, we'd just like for you to change your area. That's all. It's a little noisy. Yep. Black Power. Shaky Mom, are you there? Black Power.
Yes, I'm right here with you, beloved. And you know
Okay.
that we thank you and Trupe and New World Warrior, Brother Guru, Brother Black Joe out of St. Louis. Want to round up the posse tonight and let them know we have a product on the market that is going well. Go to our website at www.sheternity is SHETERNITY. Again, that's Sheternity at SHETER. The Natural Zapper and several other products, including the New Age coffee is coming out. And so we are looking to be doing business in 2024 and 2025 to get black people all the way on top. Go on our website at www.sheternity is SHETERNITY and order your natural zapper. If you have anything in the way of eczema, anything in the way of acne, anything in the way of herpes, anything in the way of a skin rash, or any form of irritation around your skin, just spray on that natural zapper and you will instantly begin to see the miraculous and most revolutionary change and see a revolutionary difference in your skin. So with that said, I want to yield that mic black or back, but I never want to thank you enough for joining us tonight here on Black Power Radio for yet another episode of Black Power Radio. Black Power, Black Power.
Black power.
Black Power. Yes, sir. We are in the house, and I have it on the screen also. If anybody that didn't copy it the first time, it's right there on the screen for natural zapper. So promote a natural remedy that's black owned, operated, and can help our people. Black Power. Oh, we can hear you better now, Sister Truth Bay. Black Power. Black to you.
Well, I am in a noisy facility. I do live in the city. A lot of hustle and bustle out here. But I tell you, Black family, there are a lot of things that we got to start waking up on. If by now you know that you're not involved in politics in some way, some shape, or form, then you are definitely a dead man walking. Right now, this is a very important election this year. And it's already told us that people are trying their best to try to put an Asian slash Indian person as a way of pandering to the black votes. And this is why now you must understand that it is up to you. This is a year right now. Self determination is the name of the game. You have to focus on what your area, your community is needing. Organize the youth. We just heard the other day in Memphis how many of our young people they just checked out. They literally checked out. They are diverting the resources altogether locally. These kids have no hope, no location for them to exercise positive resources. And so that's why we got to change the game on that. Land is so important, family. When I tell you identify property in your area, it is very important that you keep a census of that Because when the time comes, because reparations is not a statewide issue. Reparations is not a California issue, even though we are liberal enough to lead the charge in it. But as we see since last night, August 31st, 1 hour after 12 midnight, so it was literally September 1st, when these cold bastards just straight up didn't even pass our legislation on the floor. Now, I do want to give it up for one gentleman. His name is Billy Esai. He's actually a senator and senator from Lakewood. And he actually was one of the most vocal ones. Even though he's not melanated, he stood up and tried to pass Senate Bill 1331 on the floor. And again, a reminder, Senate Bill 1331 is the American Freedmen's Bureau funding. And did you hear? Let me tell you what the cold part we heard. We heard it through the grapevine that Gavin Newsom, our governor, was creeping behind the scenes, instructing a lot of the assembly members to not pass this bill. Now, the cold part about this is that you would think that one of these blackface politicians, you got Tina McKenna. Tina McKenna was an assemblywoman. She just came in. She was elected last year, representing Sacramento. And she had the audacity to tell Killer Mike. And if for those who don't know Killer Mike, he's on the foreground of one of the conscious artists. He was part of the Revolt family. Very big on politics. Very big on politics. And Tina McKenna tweeted Killer Mike and stating that the reparations bills that we need, it could wait till next year. I tell you, when I say the caucasity of some of these folks, it can wait till next year. Well, let me tell you, let me ask you this, John Q. politician. Did you wait a whole year and deliberate any studies for these immigrants that are getting $4,500 in housing mortgages? Did you wait till a year and study till you get these going on? I'm traveling family, so I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Black family? Am I coming through loud and clear?
I hear you, True Bay.
Thank you, New World. Always
Yes,
appreciate
ma'am.
it. And I must give it up to you, New World. I tell you, you be running laps around these youngins and put them to shame. I tell you, there's no excuse for us not to be in shape and to do the work. I just want to commend you for holding it down and being a shining example to our brothers in the field and our sisters in the field doing the work. So I want to give that and a shout out to National Chairman Sheikh Imam Akbar. We see you. We see the work and the organizing that you're doing, Brother Malik, and I believe an update with a conference concerning the killing of the black man. We see that coming up, and we look forward to that. What we do must add to that, though. You must add the series of the killing of the black woman. Yeah, because without the woman and the man together, we really don't have a people. So keep that in consideration, and let's add some of the women folk into that fold, whether it's another event or same title but different day. And we got to keep it up with the advocacy.
Want to
That's
welcome Sister Joy to the line as well. Oh, that's a lot of noise going on right there. Black Power. Sister Joy, where are you coming from? Calling from?
Greetings from Oakland, California.
Hey, what's up, Oakland? Oakland in the house. Talk black to us. Black Power.
Yes, indeed.
Bay Area, that's my sissy poo. What is happening, joy, joy, unspeakable joy.
Yes, indeed. Today is my son's solar return, so I want to make sure that I still come in and partake in the festivities. Black power.
Woo-wee. Power to the people. That is a great feast. So today is Magic Majesty King's birthday. Oh, amazing, amazing. And let me tell you something about this young man here. He is not one to play with. He is someone that is well rounded, well versed. He's going to be a great leader. And I'm just so proud of our babies. When they are focused and they are really doing positive things, we got to commend them. We got to support them. We got to encourage them. And they got to be in the forefront of teaching our other young people. So I want to say a shout out and a happy solar return, King, to you and Mama Joy.
Ashe, much appreciated.
Yes, yes, yes. So if you have not heard of the show The Black Authority, you need to listen to that brother Jess. Brother Justin. He is, man, he's been spitting out verbiage for a while and he's unadulterated and he's straight up to the facts. We need to really uphold our black journalists on that. So, family, I'm traveling in the trenches. I do apologize. There's a lot of wind in the background, but nonetheless, the words must be heard, and we got to unify and continue the organizing. So, I tell you now, California is on fire. California is on fire. When I say family. So, I gave you a little snippet on the Senate hearings, in which now, what is the next step? So since last year, our motto has been no reparations, no vote. And this is the same exact motto that needs to be continued. And it's actually more important to do it this year. Okay, I think maybe you can hear me. Can you hear me, family? I don't switch gears now.
A
Yes.
lot of things in the background, but yes.
Okay. Yeah, so no reparations, no vote. It needs to be the motto in every city, USA. Now, there were a couple of updates that we needed to do from the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. So I don't know if Sister Switchblade is on, but we do have a couple of guests, some activists, Reginald Owens and Jessica Atkins, that were there. And these are forefront groups that are mobilizing and organizing the youth there. And I wanted to get some more updates. We had some great follow up concerning a lot of the Democrats that tried to descend upon Chicago. Now, if you have not watched the DNC, I am just so appalled, family. I mean, one of the things that they mentioned was that it was electric. It was electric. When I tell you that was a lot, I think $75 million. Did you know that they spent $75 million to put the DNC on? Whew. How many hamburgers can you buy with $75 million? Do you know how much housing could have been out there for the black families for $75 million? That room was filled with tens and thousands of just do nothing sleepy people. I was just appalled. I was appalled. Even though it just ended last week, it never ceased to amaze me how many of us are still sleeping. Still sleeping. To honestly say that you want to vote for Kamala because she represents the black people, there should not be one melanated person that's from here that should be repeating any of those misinformation, or else you need to be locked up immediately. Absolutely not. Can we continue to pander on something simple as that? But we have to go through the process, family. We got to go through the process. So what is the process? No reparations, no vote. Plain, simple as day. Start making your banners. Start organizing your youth groups. Start telling our young people what reparations is. Every young person, melanated black youth, should have knowledge of what reparations is by now. But unfortunately, many of our young people don't. They still don't know. They still don't know. And so we got a long ways to go. We got a lot of work to do. But I look forward to Bishop Williams, who actually been fighting for reparations here in the Bay Area for over 50, 60 years. He's actually going to be 90 years old, October 27th. And he wants to spend that time in D.C. So there should be a lot of activity going on with advocacy there, but we've got to mobilize our people to at least register to vote. Register to vote. And I'll tell you why this is very important, family. Why it's important for you to register to vote. It is not, again, for you to cast your vote or ballot for a do-nothing Democrat or a racist Republican. That's not the point of why we're encouraging you to register to vote. You register to vote because you must let this country know that you built, that your ancestors put their blood, sweat, and tears to create, that you exist. They already registered you for mass incarceration. Believe me, if you are a descendant of slaves, they already have the school to prison pipeline already strapped. And by the time our black youth are 18, if they're not 6 feet under, then they'll be incarcerated or have some type of record. That's the design of this racist country. That's why we got to teach, or sometimes you got to have the talk. You know, a lot of our families, a lot of our fathers and uncles always talking about we got to have that talk. Have that talk with your son. You know, how you got to interact with law enforcement. You know, every time I hear stories like that, it's a shame, but it's the truth. We got to, no matter what we do, we are still a target. But when you arm yourself with knowledge, just on the least basic things, it goes a long way. So if you are not registered to vote, family, register to vote and sit on the couch. Again, if you don't have to literally cast your ballot, but you must be recognized as a tax-paying citizen that they rob you from anyway. And say, you know what, I don't want to vote for none of y'all, but I'm gonna let you know I'm here. And as a matter of fact, why don't you go when it's time to vote? Vote for yourself. Vote for yourself. Put yourself for president. Why the hell not? Put somebody that you know in your community that's deserving to have a presidential candidacy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what the write-in ballots are for. But we must exercise our rights, family. Exercise our rights, even though the end result didn't do a damn thing for us. But here's the second part to that. When you register to vote, you organize behind the scenes, as we stated, and we create something called a PAC, a political action committee. Now, the reason why this is important is because we are by ourselves, family. We are already an independent party. There's power in numbers. Now, the current census is about 48 million black people. That's on the census. I'm sure there's a lot more, but it's on record about 48 million black people in the United States. Now, these 48, if only one fraction of us is registered to vote, we can create a autonomy powerhouse. So it doesn't matter what issues we are tackling, that we have our own registered name in an affiliation that is really for ourselves. If we all have done that, we could have gotten a lot further. But it's too much of us in silos. We have so many great organizations working by themselves. That can't be, black family. We don't have a choice in the matter, and there's so much that is changing right now. We don't have an excuse not to know certain things. So if you are aware of your local politics, and that's where the power is, family, it's not really about the presidency. What's more important, and actually, Black Lightning, if you could look up Yellow Pain, my vote counts. My vote counts from Yellow Pain. This brother, he's a rap artist with yellow hair, you know, but I don't question that. He definitely puts a lot of conscious music out there, but his name is Yellow Pain. And I think this was maybe 3 or 4 years old, this song, but it's so relevant today. It's called My Vote Counts. He did 2 versions. One was for the Obama administration saying my vote doesn't count. And then there's a newer version he did a year later called My Vote Counts. Listen to it.
It is brilliant because he's telling you that your local politicians, the Congress, the House of Representatives, the U.S. senators, they are the ones that's in charge and making the laws. Secondly, the judges. How many times or how many of us know the judges that's on your ballot? You know, some of us may know the sheriff that's being elected, you know, the county coroners, they're elected. Usually the sheriff, usually if they're a racist ass town, we know them exactly who they are. So I would give it that. Majority of our people may know who the local sheriff is. But the judges and the DAs, the people that make the decision on how long your ass is going to be locked up for, they go sliding in the ballot undetected and get into office. This is where we got to stop and hold the phone. We got to say, slow your roll there now, JQ America. You got to slow the roll. Now we are on to you. We are going to find out not only every person on that ballot, right? If they don't have a bio of them, what they are running for, this is what you should be doing right now, family. Right now. Right now. Your local elections is probably even more important than this presidential fiasco. If you really know the system, family, you know that a lot of times they're selected and not elected, right? But your local politics, there's more control and understanding of it, especially if you live in that area for a very long time. It is your duty, your responsibility to know who's on the ballot. Up here in California, oh yeah, after yesterday's fiasco with these do-nothing Democrats, not only are they targeted, but two of them, Tina McKenna, the one that didn't pass the ballot, yeah, she's up for election as well. You best believe they're using her face as a dartboard and saying this is as far as you get to the people. They are making sure that she doesn't get on November's, that she's not elected this year again. And that is the proudest moment, family, when I see my people waking up on a majority of a level and they're saying, we're not taking this sugar honey iced tea anymore. We are standing up. We are being recognized. We are organizing. And it's one thing, again, to march. It's another thing to voice your opinion. It's even another thing for us to have, this on the airways to give you important information. But again, the power is in numbers. And how we organize when it comes time to it is going to make the biggest difference in the world. So do me a favor, Black family, in conclusion, I'm going to need you to please follow through with your local politics. You should not be on any Black liberation platform and you not know who's running for office in your local area. Absolutely no excuse for that. Maybe last year we could have let you slide by. The year before we gave you a pass. But this year in 2024, oh no, baby. We all got to be on the same page. And we're not telling you to run for politics now. We're saying know who's running you. Simple as that. Is there a bullhorn? We ain't got no sound effects today, but we'll try to get some moving forward. But I am so grateful again to disseminate this important information to you, Black family. This is what it's all about. Each one, teach one. We all got to reach one, and we all got to be proactive. We got to respect each other. We don't have to be like,
each one teach three. One is too slow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's not about personalities right now. It's about what is good for us as a whole, as a Black nation, as a melanated nation, as a nation, period, of originators. We got to have a foundation, and this is the time where things are going to shift. If you don't feel it right now, there's certain things that are moving, family, that feels a little different than it did last year. You should feel the unity in the air. Smell that melanin from a mile away. Oh, it's a beautiful scent. And when they see us coming in numbers, that's what they don't expect. Doesn't matter what it is. If we're showing up in numbers for the right causes, we are a force to be reckoned with. But if you can't do so, if you can't be there in person, there are virtual ways for you to join your local city council meeting. There is phone calls. Call your local politician and let them know what you don't like. These are things that you can do if you can't physically be there. But if we all make ourselves known, they'll make a big, big difference. I done called the governor's office for years now here. Before Gavin Newsom became governor in 2019, it was Jim Brown. Jim Brown. I called that office so much they don't block my number. I kid you not. Gavin Newsom don't want to have no smoke from me. So I'm okay with that. So if I really do need to call that do nothing governor, I would use another phone. But I say this to say, be consistent in putting your foot in the ass of the opposition. Ooh, can I say that? Put your foot in the behind. This is rated G or PG today. Put it in the behind of the opposition. I'm not meaning physically now. Nothing always has to be a physical war. When it comes time for that, we get to that. But this is a mental war. This is a spiritual war specifically. You got to remain 10 toes down. You got to remain focused. You got to pray fast when the time comes. This is the weapons of a true revolutionary. When you
And don't forget to
utilize
work.
these tools, you will always be victorious. And so with that being said, I'm not going to hog the mic, but I want to say again, family, love you so very much. And not a damn thing you can do about it. But let's be proactive and let's make a change and a statement this year. No reparations, no vote. Black power.
Black Power. We got Brother Pete on my other line here. Brother Pete, Black Power. How you doing? What's going on? We all miss hearing from you on Black Power Radio, TV.
Yeah, well, I'm fine. I'm just trying to get in so I can listen to what's happening.
Okay, all right. Well, come on, Black in. The studio's open. We got a few more seats, and it's filling up fast. Oh, wait a minute. That might be you there.
No,
Oh,
in a minute.
okay, my brother. We will see you on here in a minute. Black Power. Shaky Mom Akbar. Got your brother Pete getting ready to come on. New World must have fell off the stage, but I'm bringing Black on. That's a good. So, while they're turning on these, can y'all hear me? I don't know if I'm on the right device.
We hear you. We hear you like lightning.
All
Yes, sir. We
right,
hear you, brother.
Black Power. All right, and there's Brother Pete there. Oh well, he ain't all the way in yet. Oh man, I was concerned about the now they say they got gangs taking over in Colorado and stuff like from the foreign illegals. Now that's what they say. I don't know. One little film don't prove nothing, you know. Plus they had another film where they had police down there and it was like, well, it don't seem like it to them, you know. They were showing a presence, but you never know. So if it is happening like that, I mean, we're gonna have to be on our p's and q's because they'll do that there, they'll do that anywhere, huh? Colorado, well, I guess Colorado ain't the same as going to D.C. or New York, ha. You know, well, they're already in New York, infestating that, and it's like, oh man, they have these laws that say just open the doors, come on in, and if they break the law, then they just get let out. Not even sent to
That's a damn shame, I tell you that. That's a doggone shame. I have never seen such uneven justice in my life. And they're doing it plain as day. They allowed at least in this administration, last 3 years, at least 6 million illegals to come on in. 6 million. I don't think you heard me correctly, Pat. This is not a number I'm pulling out of a rabbit's hat, man. They allowed at least 6 million illegals to come in. And what they're doing right now, they're setting up shop because they know they tired. They tired of these so-called black folk is what they want to just name us, right?
Yeah.
Stole us and sold us, and now they owe us. And so they like, well, they want to complain. Well, we're gonna bring people that don't know anything about this administration. We're gonna give them a nice little house to live in. You know, they could even vote if they have no ID. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of unnecessary steps to try to slander and try to stomp us more to the ground. But again,
They
we
call
rise.
diversionary tactics. Diversionary tactics.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And we can change all that by organizing behind the scenes. We can let them know, now listen now, you don't affect us in any way. We still gonna keep moving. We're gonna be snatching and claiming land. We're gonna start mobilizing our people, start educating our youth, you know, create our own schools. You know what I'm saying? You can pull out your kids from this rigorous public school system. I've never seen such a hot mess of an educational system in my life. You got your black son going into these schools and walking out with a pink tutu on, calling themselves that I'm a she, her, him. No, not today. Not today or not at all. But until we understand the constructs and the origin of why they have so many Caucasian women teaching our children in these schools with these backwards agendas, our kids are walking out confused for no doggone reason. We can't have that. We absolutely in 2025, we got to shine bright like a diamond in self autonomy. And that's what I'm seeing in pockets full of our black neighborhoods. They're gathering together in their own right. I'm so proud of the people of Chicago. They were like, we're not having that. They have a lawsuit against Mayor Brandon Johnson because of the atrociousness of him railroading our people. And so this is where we got to say, you know, that's a perfect example of what we need to do. We need to sue the politicians for continuing to ignore us. Where is our black lawyers? Let's go. Let's be on it. I know that we have the banks that have been organizing, have been using chattel slavery, that have been participating in slavery from the beginning of time. Got Wells Fargo, Capital One, and Chase Bank. Chase Bank is one of the worst ones because they actually was the few banks that utilized actual slaves at the time, back in the late 1890s or so. They had utilized, even though slavery was over, they were still utilizing slaves as trade, as barter, as insurance for their gain. These insurance companies, AEG, Geico, all of them, they all started out with insurance on our black bodies. These are the things that I tell you that they cannot get away with. Absolutely not. And so when we put them all together, get our documents in order, and just leave free from this system, clearing your status, all of that stuff, that is part of the ingredients of successful self-determination. And I look forward to seeing after November what is going to transpire for our people. So in short, family, I want you to pay attention to the presidential debate. It is coming up September 10th. That is the first debate with Kamala Harris and Trump. And it's very important for you to look and listen to the policies that each side has. Now, if you have been listening, there really hasn't been any policies on Kamala's side. So that should be a no-brainer right there. But overall, you look at the outcome of what needs to be for our people. What is the best choice for our people? And as we said before, there's nothing but the best of self-determination, becoming independent, breaking away from this system. That is the best choice for us. But in the same time, we must know the process. And knowing the process is the best way of getting the right results in the end. And so with that being said, family, I guess I'll give the mic. Power to the people.
Oh, power to the people. Brother Joe, Black Joe. I was talking about that video that you had sent earlier, Colorado. It didn't really look like it's as bad as they saying. Sometimes they have crisis actors, you know? They have people acting like something bigger than it is, you know? And be fooling us, and if we get down there, ain't nothing happening. But any other than that one video I seen where it looked like they were really commandeering a building, but they was doing it legally. It's like one person move out, they move in. You know, that's how they do it. They catch us slipping. But any word on that, brother?
It's the same old thing. They coming in through Texas, through California, they're in Chicago, they're in Florida, the Detroit Magna or something like that. It's literally the Venezuelan prison gang, over 40,000 of them. So when they get here, they're recruiting. The Mexican mafia cartel is muling them through the West Coast. So it's an interesting thing where all these years it's been you got the right to defend yourself. Black Panthers for Self-Defense Party, man. Listen, the way it's looking right now, if the FBI can't come in and save you, if the police won't come in and assist, if the National Guard won't come in and assist, you on your own, man. And if you sitting back, how do you say, hoping that you will get assistance on this, hoping that it'll solve itself. You're doing yourself injustice and you on the chopping block. It's one of those things where use your sword or fall on it and stop complaining. Black power.
Mm-mm. Yeah. We better get our arms up and our troops up and be ready to defend our neighborhoods. But like I said, they ain't gonna help us. They're expecting us to help them. Actually, every time there's something go wrong in America, they call on black folks. You know, they go to hiding behind us every single time. When they had 911, all of a sudden, wasn't no wasn't no MAGA hats out. You know what I mean? Wasn't no
Now,
MAGA hats back then. No way.
now I
But
need you to understand that most of these black folk that are how do you say standing in the way of reparation, they're the shepherd sheepdog and the people are the sheep. Okay? They're not the shepherd, they're the sheepdog doing the will of the shepherd. Okay? The California issue with the reparations. Black Democrats and the Black Caucus shelved it because they weren't acknowledged in there as having a safety on the reparation. It was a white Republican politician that made it active. The Black Caucus and the Black Democrats in California literally put it on inactive status, and they had 24 hours to undo it. They didn't undo it. The white man undid it. Where it's at right now, I don't know, but that's public record, and that needs to be stated. So the gatekeepers, the black Democrats, it's not about reparations for our people. It's about a publicity stunt and them being crowned as king or queen. Black power.
I shade to that. I shade to that, brother. You hit the nail on the head. That's right. It's a show for these folks. Nothing's worse than a black-faced politician that doesn't have our best interests at heart. And that's what we have right now. I don't think there's anywhere USA, maybe four, maybe five of them nationally, of all our local assembly members, state senators, House of Representatives, from the mayors down to the governors. And they say, oh, she's the first black mayor of the city, right? So we got Tiffany Henyard, city of Dalton, where that's an embarrassment to have a city going deficit and you standing 10 toes down on your misappropriation of funding. That's shameful. And they're doing that on purpose, really giving us a bad light. That's why we got to train our young folks in civic engagement. Train them. So in case they do want to run for an office, not for this
corrupted system, but a brand new system. The system that we see right now is not going to be where it stands. I guarantee you that. You have certain local jurisdictions, like right here in LA County, where I'm at. You have the local um, county board of supervisors that they are putting on the agenda a different way of operating, a different way of operating. Oh Lord, it's a lot of commotion out here. They're putting in their agenda a different way of operating their governmental issues. That gives you a key right there that they're planning to do away with certain things. But we have to be ready in order not only to take over, but to disengage altogether with this system. And that's what the power that we have right now, right before us, right in front of us. We don't need any training book for that. You know what they have done to you and your family. You see now grocery bills are almost as much as a mortgage. You can't even buy simple food nowadays without breaking the bank. It's shameful. It's shameful. So what we have to do, look into energy crises, fossil fuels. We need energy. We need something called fracking. Fracking is what caused the gas prices to be as low as possible. Now they want to go green, which is great, but you can't do away with the basic energy source of every city. It's going to affect every living thing that we are encountering with. We cannot continue to have outrageous living prices because the jobs that we do have pays just enough to get by. But they're trying to gouge our eyes out. They're trying to take away our housing. They want to make us homeless. They want to have us in the street, destitute. And I tell you, family, that's not going to happen. If we band together, if you got a certain expertise in real estate, you need to bring it to the table. If you got an expertise in legal matters, you need to bring it to the table and help your brother and your sister to become self-determined. We got to be on code, family. We got to be on code. There is absolutely no other option for us. We are the only unique race of people in which our identity, our culture, our language was stripped from us, forced to build a country in where they're allowing other people to prosper. When is that going to be enough to say, okay, I got to do something differently? I got to start training myself. I got to start listening to the news. It can't be about music and entertainment, family. You know, you can go to the club some other time, but this is a year that you got to retrain yourself in a different way, where you have the knowledge of just basic self-autonomy. Because when that time comes, we got to be ready. We got to be ready. We can't wait for no one to hold our hands because we don't have not a friend in sight. No one is a friend to the descendant of slaves on this soil.
You got that
And you
right.
see that. You see that. Yes, yes. And absolutely, we got to change the course of how they determine how we live and start taking back our power and get back to the spaces of which we built. So start continuing to organize, family, and start researching. You know, YouTube is a great invention. Anything you want to learn on any subject at any time is at your fingertips. All you got to do is press play. And there you'll get the information you need on how to maneuver. You got a lot of conscious brothers and sisters that have their own YouTube channel that teaches us day after day on how to become self-determined. You got some loopholes. You got some secret ways for us to do things. All of these things are at your fingertips. Start utilizing that and start filling your brain with these items that are going to be important for you in real time. In real time. As much as we love the entertainers and the musicians and the and the actors and the celebrities and the sports, you know, the NFL and the NBA and um, what else is there? Yeah, NFL, football, baseball, and
Distractions.
MLB.
Distractions.
Yes, absolutely. Major distractions. Major distractions. You have sports bars. You got when it's the Super Bowl, you have many of our brothers and sisters. They will gather their resources to watch a game. When that game is over, family, we got to get back to real life. So don't indate yourself with stuff that is not going to be helpful for you in the end. Start asking the Most High for the guidance. Start asking God to open your eyes, to give you wisdom and understanding. When you feel that you don't understand something, He's the one that can open your eyes. Not a man in sight has the power that God has. So be spiritually grounded, family. Start eating right. Start drinking that water. Drinking that water. Keep your body, keep your weapon, which is your body. Keep it in shape. Keep it in shape. Exercise. Don't ever let out on your physical, and specifically, family, don't ever let out on your mental. You got to keep it sane and keep it focused, because we got our babies and our grandbabies and our children and our children's children. They look up to us. Right now, they are in these streets right now. Right now, there are casualties of war because somewhere along the line, we neglected the straight path of self-determination, and we were not consistent in the teachings. That's why they're taking away all of our living expenses, all of our enmities, all of the areas and where we can, all these black spaces. No, they're taking that away right in front of our faces to make sure we have nothing left. But I tell you, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God that we serve, is right there, ready to fight our battle for us. We got to acknowledge that. We got to give him homage. We got to give him praise. We got to do the right thing and acknowledge and encourage your brother and sister. One of the main things that God has commanded us to do was to love your brother and your sister. Love thy neighbor. He said it multiple times, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Torah, whether it's the Bible, always a shape for brotherhood and sisterhood as in the helm as a commandment. And so once we get in tune with that and be consistent in this manner, we have no way but up to go. And that is the key this year. Let's do something different, and then we'll see different results. That is the meaning of sanity.
Well, thank you very much, Trudy. Always very informative. And finally got Brother Pete on the stage. Well, in the show. I say on the stage because that's how they say it on the stream yard. And let's see who here. Any other comments on that? Anything, Brother Huru?
Yes,
Brother.
sir. I just wanted to make a couple of comments. Sister Queen made a lot of good points, and I just wanted to echo one of our events in the Banneker City area, which was dealing with the conspiracy to kill black men. And you're absolutely right, sister. One of our problems is that we don't vote. And a lot of times we are threatened with not having a voter ID, thinking as though we can't vote. And yet we got this president has 34 counts against him, but yet he can still parade to vote. So I put a link, or I made an attempt to put a link on the comment chat, and it didn't go through, but it has the dates of when and where we should vote. And make sure we tell everyone else to vote, because the local agenda and the local advisory neighborhood commissioners, neighborhood planning councils are so important. We shouldn't have to wait every 4 years to vote who we're voting for. I am a esteemed brother of the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa. And we have a lot of voting times. And when we do vote, we support each other. And that's what it's all about. And to another point that you had mentioned about reparations, do you know that we had a city council person by the name of the Honorable Kenyon McDuffie that introduced and passed for the reparations bill for 2025? Yes, that fiscal responsibility has been awarded. But check this out. About 5 months ago, this young person by the name of Councilman Trayon White has been accused of fraudulent activity, and they have Kenyon McDuffie to be on the ad hoc committee. You see what I'm saying? It's like a black leader going against another black leader. And we have a white city council chair that brought all that up and stripped Trayon White of all of his chairman responsibilities because he's in the trouble right now. But the point I'm making is that reparations is on the ballot, but yet we got a black man that's getting ready to condemn another black man. So therefore, our reparations is really seamless. And if we don't speak out against this and work as one, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So I just wanted to make that echo and just stay on the scene. And it was an honor being on y'all show. And I'm definitely going to support www.sheternity, SHETERNITY.com to support our youth and to support Natural Zapper and everything that's dealing with black people. Up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. Black power.
Power to the people. Thanks for that, brother.
Well. I was thinking that song, My Oh My. It definitely is a beautiful, what is this, Labor Day? We don't do the holidays. We always, it wasn't made for us, so all I know is the day off. What day is this, though? Anybody got it? Labor Day? Is it Labor Day, Brother P?
It's the actual day they celebrated tomorrow. But I don't know why the hell we celebrating. We paid for all of this crap. We the only one that didn't get no benefit.
That's what it was, Labor Day. Yep. So, I mean, the one day we got, people don't want to celebrate it. What's up with that?
It's Labor Day. We just paid the price for what they celebrate. We didn't get no benefit, and ain't none coming either, bro.
That's right.
Labor as in with that our ancestors did for free, as in the labor that we put forth for pennies to keep America moving, and always have. So now that's well, see, that's the psychology behind bringing in these foreign illegals, because they never seen hard times. They come straight over here and start getting good times that we haven't even gotten. I mean, where's the new houses for black folks that was already here, already been here? See, we already been here. What happened to our houses? But we got to go out here and struggle and see if we can get ours the hard way. Where they're going to walk right in and just get what we've been struggling for. So Labor Day, yeah, it's labor, all right. Like pains of labor, like being in labor pain, because all it gave birth to is bullshit. Well, I ain't gonna cuss. I'll say hypocrisy and degradation to our people. They don't give us nothing. They have to work for everything. So Labor Day is definitely for black folks. If you see a sign say laborers, they they look what Trump say, black jobs. They might as well just say black jobs. But now it's going to be the farm. I mean, they already got the farm. Plenty of these places. The farming don't speak no English, and he only hiring his own. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying that we got to do the same thing. We got to build up and take back what was already. We say it's ours, but hell, if it's ours, we would have it. It ain't ours. You got to go out there and take it. You know what I mean? Take what's yours. That's what all I'm saying. And
Well, I guess they figured, like Lightning, they figured since you fell for the 4th of July BS, why not pull this trick on you too? I mean, like you haven't woke up this long. They enjoying this trick. Now that we're beginning to wake up, the masses are beginning to understand the trick that's been pulled on us by this disease called America. And they don't intend to stop, as I've been telling you all the whole time. Bullies don't stop.